and welcome to Learn and Level Up English Podcast, the podcast that helps you improve your English skills one step at a time. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a very important topic, polite expressions for meeting new people. Whether you're at a party, a networking event, or just bumping into someone new, knowing how to communicate politely can make a great first impression. We'll break this topic into several parts to make it easy to follow. Why politeness matters, key polite expressions and when to use them, tips for sounding polite in English, practice exercises to help you master polite expressions. Let's get started. Politeness is an essential part of any language, and English is no exception. Being polite not only shows respect for the other person, but also helps you build good relationships, whether in personal or professional settings. Imagine meeting someone for the first time. If you come across as rude or uninterested, the conversation may end quickly. But if you use polite expressions, you make the other person feel valued and create a positive atmosphere. Politeness is especially important in English because many expressions are softened or indirect to avoid sounding too demanding. For example, instead of saying, "Give me your name," you'd say, "May I ask your name?" Let's look at some polite expressions you can use when meeting new people. 1. Greeting someone, "Nice to meet you." Use this when you meet someone for the first time. For example, "Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you." "It's a pleasure to meet you." This is a slightly more formal version of "nice to meet you." 2. Starting a conversation. "How are you?" A polite way to begin a conversation. Example, "Hi, I'm Alex. How are you? How's your day going so far?" This is a more casual and friendly way to start a conversation. 3. Asking about the other person. "May I ask your name?" This is polite and formal compared to just asking, "What's your name?" "What do you do for a living?" This is a polite way to ask about someone's job. 4. Showing interest. "That sounds interesting." Use this when someone tells you about themselves. Example, "I work as a graphic designer." "That sounds interesting. Tell me more about that." A polite way to ask someone to continue talking. 5. Ending the conversation. "It was great talking to you." Use this when you're ready to leave the conversation. "I hope we can talk again soon." A polite way to suggest keeping in touch. Now that we know the expressions, let's focus on how to sound polite. Here are 3 tips. 1. Use please and thank you. Always include please when making a request and thank you when someone helps you. Example, "May I have your contact information, please?" "Sure, here it is." "Thank you." 2. Speak with a friendly tone. Your tone can make a big difference. A smile in your voice makes you sound more polite and approachable. 3. Avoid being too direct. In English, indirectness is often seen as more polite. Instead of saying, "Give me your phone number," say, "Would you mind sharing your phone number with me?" Let's practice some polite expressions together. I'll say a sentence, and I'll give you time to repeat it after me. Exercise 1. Greetings, repeat after me. "Hi, I'm Lori. Nice to meet you." "It's a pleasure to meet you." Exercise 2. Asking questions politely. Repeat after me. "May I ask your name?" "What do you do for a living?" Exercise 3. Responding politely. Repeat after me. "That sounds interesting. Tell me more about that." Now let's do some role-playing. I'll pretend to meet you for the first time. After I say something, you'll have a moment to respond. Scenario 1. At a networking event. "Hi, I'm Jessica. It's nice to meet you." "So, what do you do for a living?" Scenario 2. Meeting a new neighbor. "Hello, I just moved in next door. My name's Robert." "Where are you from originally?" That's it for today's episode on polite expressions for meeting new people. Remember, practicing these expressions regularly will help you sound more natural and confident. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Learn and Level Up English Podcast. Share this episode with a friend who's also learning English, and let's learn together. Until next time, take care and happy learning.